Assalamu alaikum, dear audience. I am Rehan, known as Rehan Textile Wala, working at Government College of Technology Multan, and nowadays I am a part of AI teacher training. So today I going to talk on important topic with Chat GPT. Let's go. We start talk with Chat GPT. Hi Chat GPT, how are you?
Hey, Rehan, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you? How's everything going on your end?
I am also fine. I am.
Glad.
I want to ask some question about a important question.
Of course, feel free to ask whatever's on your mind. I'm here to help.
Thank,
What's the important?
thank you. How to think creatively and solve problem effectively.
That's a fantastic question. Creative thinking often involves looking at challenges from different perspectives, using techniques like brainstorming, mind mapping, or even lateral thinking puzzles. And when it comes to problem solving, it's all about breaking the problem down into smaller parts, experimenting with different solutions, and learning from failures along the way. If you'd like, we can dive deeper into specific techniques or examples.
Sure. What does creatively thinking truly mean in everyday life?
Great question. In everyday life, creative thinking means approaching situations with curiosity and openness. It's about finding new ways to solve problems, making connections between seemingly unrelated ideas, and being willing to take risks. It can show up in things like cooking, organizing your workspace, or even finding innovative solutions at work or in personal projects. It's really about thinking outside the box in whatever you do.
And why do people often struggle with thinking outside the box?
Yeah, that's pretty common. A lot of times people struggle because of habits and comfort zones. They tend to stick to familiar patterns and routines. Fear of failure or judgment can also hold people back from trying new approaches. Plus, sometimes it's just easier to rely on conventional solutions, even if they're not the most effective. But with practice and an open mindset, it's definitely possible to break out of that box.
Which habits can improve a person's creative thinking skill?
There are several great habits that can help boost creative thinking. For example, maintaining a curiosity driven mindset by asking questions and exploring new interests can really help. Setting aside time for regular brainstorming sessions, even if it's just a few minutes a day, can spark new ideas. Also, embracing diverse experiences like traveling, reading different genres, or meeting new people can expand your perspective. And finally, keeping a reflective practice like journaling helps you process your thoughts and discover new connections.
And how can someone turn a boring idea into a creative one?
That's a fun challenge. One way is to look at the idea from different angles. Ask yourself what if questions to explore new possibilities. You can also combine elements from different fields or inspirations, sort of like mixing and matching. Another approach is to challenge assumptions by questioning why things are done a certain way and seeing if there's a different approach. And finally, allowing yourself to play and experiment without judgment can lead to some surprising creative breakthroughs.
Yeah, I am totally agree with you. And what role does seriously play in creative problem solving?
Sleep plays a huge role. It's essential for memory consolidation and for making new connections in the brain. When you get enough quality sleep, your brain can actually process information more effectively and come up with creative solutions. Plus, sleep helps with emotional regulation, which can boost creativity as well. So, a good night's rest is definitely a key ingredient in creative problem solving.
How do emotions affect creatively and decision making?
Emotions have a pretty big impact on both creativity and decision making. On one hand, positive emotions can boost creativity by encouraging more flexible thinking and openness to new ideas. They can help you take more creative risks. On the other hand, negative emotions like stress or anxiety can sometimes narrow your focus and limit creative thinking. When it comes to decision making, emotions can serve as valuable guides, helping you prioritize what truly matters, but they can also sometimes lead to biases. So balancing emotions with rational thinking is key to making well-rounded creative decisions.
Yeah. What are some common barriers that block creative ideas?
There are definitely a few common barriers. For instance, fear of failure or fear of judgment can really hold people back from sharing or exploring new ideas. Another barrier is a fixed mindset where people believe their abilities and creativity are set in stone. Also, overthinking or perfectionism can stop the flow of creative ideas. And sometimes a lack of diverse experiences or too much routine can limit creative thinking as well. So, overcoming these barriers often involves fostering a growth mindset, embracing experimentation, and being open to new perspectives.
How can we train our mind to see problem from different angles?
One great way is to practice perspective taking regularly. You can do things like putting yourself in someone else's shoes or even trying to look at a problem from multiple viewpoints, like imagining how an expert, a beginner, or even a competitor might see it. Another useful habit is to ask open ended questions and challenge your own assumptions. Also, exposing yourself to diverse experiences like different cultures, fields of knowledge, or creative activities can really help your brain see things from new angles. Over time, these practices train your mind to be more flexible and open in problem solving.
And what techniques can help generate new ideas quickly?
There are a few effective techniques. For example, brainstorming is always a classic method where you just let ideas flow without judgment. Another great approach is mind maps. You visually connect ideas and expand on them. You can also try techniques like Scamper, which stands for substitute, combine, adapt, modify, put to another use, eliminate, and reverse. Another helpful technique is random word association, where you pick a random word and see how it can connect to your problem. And finally, setting constraints or limitations can sometimes spark creativity by forcing you to think in unique ways. All of these can help you generate new ideas quickly and effectively.
How can I apply these techniques in my lecture during class?
That's a great idea. You can incorporate these techniques into your lectures in a few ways. For instance, during a class discussion, you can organize a brainstorming session where students freely share ideas without judgment. You could use mind mapping on the board to visually connect concepts and encourage students to see relationships. You can also introduce activities like random word association, where students pick random words and connect them to the topic at hand. And you can encourage students to adopt different perspectives by having them role play or discuss problems from various viewpoints. These methods can make your lectures more interactive and help students develop creative thinking skills in a practical way.
Very nice. How does collaboration with others improve creative solutions?
Collaboration can be incredibly powerful for creativity because it brings together diverse perspectives, skills, and experiences. When people with different backgrounds and viewpoints come together, they can spark new ideas and challenge each other's assumptions in constructive ways. Collaboration also encourages brainstorming, the sharing of feedback, which can refine and enhance working with others and lead to a more dynamic, inviting, and further fuel creativity. And so collaboration really helps to expand the creative potential of everyone involved.
Sure. Our today talk is very valuable for me and our audience. Thank you very much. Best of luck.
You're very welcome. I'm really glad you found it helpful. If you ever need more ideas or have any other questions, just let me know. Best of luck with your lecture and everything.